rising success of Walt Disney was rooted in classic fairy tales. As Richard Schickel reveals in his book The Disney Version, many of these tales were altered from the harsh, frightening, and disturbing aspects of their original versions. Fairy tales were rooted in cultural folklore going back thousands of years with Aesop's fables and tales of the Arabian Nights. This tradition of storytelling continued for centuries with the evolution of European fairy tales. All of these stories taught lessons about human nature, as well as the consequences of carelessness and the value of good over evil. While these stories were originally passed down orally, the invention of the printing press gave them greater exposure when they were collected for publication. One of the earliest compilers of these tales was Charles Perrault in France. He originated the literary fairy tale starting in 1695 with the publication of Contes de ma Mère l'Oie, or Tales of My Mother Goose. This was the beginning of the Mother Goose stories, which were translated to English in 1729. This included Cinderella, The Sleeping Beauty, and Little Red Riding Hood. Little Red Riding Hood was written as a warning about men who lurk in forests and take on false appearances to prey on young girls. And in the original version, Red Riding Hood gets into bed with the wolf only to be devoured, which is not the happy ending we know. Jacob and Wilhelm Grimm in Germany continued where Perrault left off and created sanitized versions of Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, and Little Red Riding Hood. They omitted much of the cruelty and violence of the original versions, and it was the Grimm version that laid the foundation for the fairest one of all, Walt Disney's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Surprisingly, the Grimm brothers had similar personalities to the Fleischer brothers. Jacob, like Max, was introverted, while Wilhelm, like Dave, was boisterous and outgoing. Before fairy tales were fractured by a later producer, the Fleischer team did it with charm, horror, and parody. Sometimes they returned to the original versions with their sense of danger and consequence, and other times they resorted to the bizarre and silly. But one thing for sure, they did it in an entertaining way.